Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the February Copic Colors challenge, I guess I should call it. I'm not sure if it's actually labeled as a challenge, but I don't know what else to call it. So I'm using the 3 colors that they have picked for the month of February. The colors are Rv32 Shadow Pink, Rv34 Dark Pink, and E74 Cocoa Brown. I also did a video for the January Copic colors, so if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. I'll leave it in the iCard. And I did ask in that video if anybody wanted to see more videos for each month, and I did get a few positive responses, so I'm definitely going to continue this as long as I have the colors that they pick. And just to be clear, I'm not a featured artist and I've never been like retweeted by them. I just thought it was a fun little kind of challenge to do something with the 3 colors that they pick each month and make a video out of it. So yeah, I'm just doing this because I thought it'd be fun. So I'm going to be doing 2 sketches today, and the 2 sketches will be done in my Moleskine cashier's journal. It's just a very thin little sketchbook with blank pages, and I drew on the cover, so I customized it for myself. So if you're curious, that's what that is. Yeah, these papers are super thin, so you might notice that I put a bunch of papers behind the page that I'm working on, and that's just because I want to catch any bleed through from the marker, because they are definitely going to bleed through like crazy. You might also notice that the previous drawing is kind of obvious on the opposite page, and that's because the paper is just super thin. So I have to put a bunch of scrap paper behind to catch the bleed through to make sure the next paper is still clean and bright so I can use it for another drawing. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun with this month. I feel like, again, they picked 3 colors that work really well together. I do feel like when I first saw these 3 colors that they totally reminded me of Valentine's Day. I think that's what they were going for, because like the pinks are like cute pink hearts like you might see on a Valentine's Day card, and the brown is like a really nice chocolatey, like, well, not super chocolatey, it's kind of desaturated, but it's like, it reminds me of chocolate, and it is labeled cocoa brown. So yeah. When I first saw these colors, I did think of Valentine's Day. I did draw a little bit like a little couple drawing in my sketchbook, but I didn't like it, so I didn't share it online. But if you want to see that, definitely stay tuned to my channel. I think by the end of the year, I'll probably be done with this sketchbook, and then you'll see it in a sketchbook tour. But I didn't like it enough to post it online at this point. So I feel like this month kind of got away from me though. At the end of last month, I was hoping to do the February challenge like right away within the first week or 2. But with Chinese New Year coming up and Valentine's Day and all that stuff, I just kind of forgot about it, and I actually did these sketches on February 28th. So I really cut it close. Hopefully March I'll be able to do it a lot faster, because like that, yeah, I feel kind of bad that I cut it so close, and this video will probably be up like in March. So sorry about how late it is, but I still did do the drawings within February, so technically it still counts. The other idea that I had when I first saw these colors was I thought it'd be kind of neat to see if the E74 would look good for a skin tone, and then use the pinks for like having a really bright pink hair. So I kind of wanted to do maybe like a Lolita or like a magical girl type thing where she has darker skin and bright pink hair. For me, my aesthetic is I really love the look of a person with super pale skin and super dark hair, and I also really love the aesthetic of someone with dark skin with really pale colored hair, like really bright hair. I think the contrast is just really beautiful, and it's really interesting to look at. So that's what I was actually planning to do when I sat down to do these 2 sketches. And I didn't really have an idea in my head of how many sketches I wanted to do, but I did end up doing 2 for January as well. I just kind of get addicted to these colors, and I keep wanting to use them over and over again. Even after January, I'd actually done a few more sketches in my sketchbook with the same colors, even though it was starting to be February already, because I just kind of wanted to play around with them a bit more, even though the one was super dry. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I feel like I'm probably going to end up doing that with these colors too, because the idea I had in my head of a dark skinned girl with bright pink hair actually didn't end up coming out. So I feel like I still need to try to keep doing more sketches till I get that, you know, on paper, the thing that I have in my head on paper. But I try to be a bit more loose with these sketchbooks, especially since the paper is so thin. I just kind of start drawing and see what happens, because I can't erase like crazy or it'll just wear down the paper. As it was on the second sketch that I did, you'll see it in the end, towards the end of the video. There's a second speed paint, so definitely stay tuned. I actually layered so much on the hair of that character that I almost ruined the paper. The paper was really buckling, and it was like struggling underneath the weight of all the ink. But I do think it still turned out really nice. I really like how it turned out. So the first drawing ended up being a brown-haired fairy girl, which I really liked. I thought she was really pretty. I had a lot of fun with her hair. I kind of went into a zen mode, and I just put more strands into her hair, and I really liked how that turned out. I did a technique with that one, which I was really happy with. It was something that I saw on Twitter's Copic, the Japan Copic Twitter account, like months and months and months ago. They had these little instructions. They'd sometimes post these little instructions, but in Japanese. But I don't read Japanese, but you can kind of tell by the pictures that they were showing like little techniques that you can do with markers. And one of the techniques that I saw that it seems like it should be obvious, but I never really thought to do, is to take your colorless blender and do the tip to tip method, but put a color onto the tip of the colorless blender and then apply it to the paper. Normally I'd probably just apply it directly to the paper, or I'd apply it to like a lighter marker, but I've never really thought to put the darker color marker directly on the tip of the colorless blender. And I did that for the blush of the lighter skin character, and I really liked how that turned out. Like, it turned out really well. It came out really nicely. I really like how that looks. So I'm definitely going to use that more. I mean, I saw that tip so many months ago, but it might have even been a year ago. I'm not sure how long ago it was. And this is the first time I've actually ever used it, and it turned out really, really nicely. The second drawing is like, I was kind of going for a goddess. Like I said before, it's a sketch, so I just started sketching and it turned into one thing. And then I'm like, oh, this would be kind of cool to, add. I thought it'd be cool to give her like kind of Sailor Moon type hair, but make them look like braids. But I'm terrible at drawing braids, if you so it didn't turn out the best. I feel like the second bun looked better than the first one, but again, it's a sketchbook, so I'll allow myself the faults. But I really like how it turned out in general, even though I had second guessed myself while I was coloring the hair. I originally was thinking of just making it pink hair, and then I'm like, no, it should be brown. And then I was like, maybe part of it will be pink, the other part will be brown. Then I thought it looked stupid, so I just went with the brown. And yeah, the paper could barely hold up with my indecision. But it was a lot of fun. I really like how it turned out anyway. And like I said, I definitely want to do a few more sketches. So if you haven't already, do make sure you follow me on Instagram, because if I do any more sketches, I will definitely post them up there. I'll probably also post them on like Facebook and Twitter as well, so you can definitely follow me there if you prefer those sites or accounts, whatever. I think Twitter is pretty good. Facebook is pretty hard to see, but all the links to all of these places where I post stuff will be in the video description below, so definitely check it out. Most of the places I'm Pearberrie, but there's a few places where I have a slightly different username, so definitely check out the links. But yeah, so I definitely will continue these Copic color videos. I'm gonna try to as long as I'm on the ball and getting these videos done quickly, I'm gonna try to like maybe move this to Tuesdays once a month, but we'll see how that goes. It's like, this is gonna be like a Friday Saturday video because I didn't have anything else finished yet, but I gotta get more on the ball with this stuff. But I am looking forward to March. At the time that I'm recording this, they had just announced the March colors, and I did predict that they were going to be green because it seems to be something that's being done by the North American Copic distributor. So I figured they'd probably be, so like the colors for February were Valentine's Day, so I thought, well, March has St. Patrick's Day, so I bet it's gonna be green. And I was right, but I'm a little surprised that like all three colors are green, like all three. I'm not sure if that was the best decision. I wish they had picked like a slightly different color, but I have 2 of the 3 colors already, and I'm thinking about just going ahead and buying the third because it does seem like it could be a useful color. It's grass green. I don't have that, so that might be useful. I don't really have a lot of greens. I could really use a few more in my little case. I have a tray of greens, and they're like the thinnest tray out of all of the trays that I have. So yeah, I might go ahead and get that. So I'll definitely be participating in March. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully I'll be able to continue participating depending on if I have the colors. I feel like buying 1 is okay, but if I didn't have all 3, I probably would just skip that month. So we'll see. But I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to draw with green, but I guess that'll be a topic of discussion for the next video. So yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed these videos. I hope you've enjoyed the sketches and the video in general. So if you did, definitely give this video a thumbs up so I know and I can keep making videos like this. Leave a comment down below to let me know as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That really helps me out, and it really lets me know that you guys have been enjoying my videos. And yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to follow me online as well. All the links are below, and if you want to know any of the materials that I'm using, there's also links to the materials and information on that in the description below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Okay, I know I said bye already, but I just wanted to say one more thing that I forgot about. I just wanted to thank anybody who came out for the live stream last week. Like, I was so super anxious about it. I really thought it would go really badly or be really awkward or have some troll come in and make it a terrible experience, but everyone who came out and chatted with me, you made it such an amazing experience. And I've said all this on like Instagram and Twitter, but in case you don't follow me, I just wanted to thank you again for just making it so great. Like, it was overwhelming, but it was beautiful, and it was just such a great first experience. I'm just so happy about it. I definitely want to do more live streams in the future, maybe even once a month. I'm slightly afraid that like if I live stream again, it won't go as well, but I think it'll be really nice. So yeah, thank you for everybody who watched, commented, even sat there quietly. Just thank you for making it a great experience. Thank you.